Hi, I'm Miss Malini. I'm here to give you my 6 steps to making yourself a social media Jedi, just like me, on Lakme School of Style. Number 1, be you, be yourself. The best thing about social media is that it's supposed to be social, and that's the whole point. And I have some great examples of this. So MTV actually has a coffee machine that sends tweets on behalf of the office, and it lends itself so much more personality than if it was just the MTV handle. Be the most human version of yourself. So if you're feeling an emotion, those tend to be the tweets or the Instagram messages that get the most response because you've said something that someone can connect with as a real person. Number 2, engage. Make sure you play. Make sure you're not that person who comes to a party and only talks about himself. Nobody likes that guy. So you have to interact with people. If you're on Twitter, then make sure you retweet other people's tweets. Make sure you respond to people that wrote to you because, hey, they like you. And there's actually a statistic that says Twitter or Facebook accounts that don't engage with their followers, they lose 15% of their followers in the first week alone. Now these stats keep changing, but that's a really interesting one. So make sure you interact. Now the other piece of advice I always give people, whether you're a brand or a media house or an individual, interact with other people like you. I'm a geek, as you can see, and I love that there's other bloggers out there and other people doing what I do because it's more nerds for me to play with. So make sure you engage with them. There's a great example of this. So there was once a girl in the US who tweeted saying, I must really, really love chocolate because I follow both Kit Kat and Oreo. And the great thing that happened in response to that was that Kit Kat tweeted Oreo from their official account saying, hey, this girl really likes both of us. Let's play tic-tac-toe for her affections. And everyone went apeshit over this because it was so cool because suddenly there was Oreo and Kit Kat having a conversation with each other, and then Oreo replied with just a half-eaten Kit Kat in one of the squares saying, I'm just going to take a break, but thanks for the offer. And that got over 1,000 retweets and favorites because people really like the idea of brands that they love talking to each other. It's like the cool kids in school who are now friends. Number 3, be geek chic. That means use the tools. The internet is full of amazing tips and tricks that you can use on social media, and I'll give you a few. Like, don't start your tweets with the @ symbol. That's when you only want to have a conversation with one person and it doesn't get blasted out to everyone else. Or if you want to do that, you can just put a little full stop or any word before you start your tweet. Interesting stat, hashtags that have more than 10 or 11 characters get 110% more engagement than shorter hashtags. Bet you didn't know that. There's some really cool things that are happening now in native video format. So Facebook allows you to now create playlists just like YouTube does, and they actually really are encouraging people to use more video. Twitter, now if you've noticed, if you've updated your Twitter app, lets you do native video as well. And it's quite cool because that also lets you engage a lot more heavily with your followers. Another thing you can do on Twitter, you don't have to stick to just one picture. You can now add up to 4 pictures in a grid, which is great. For instance, if you're a beauty or a hair blogger, do a step-by-step guide so people can just open that tweet and get everything they need to know about how to get a smoky eye right there on Twitter. That'll be huge engagement for you. Number 4, social media hacks. Did you know that YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine in the world? That's right. So make sure you do your metadata tagging correctly. There's an option when you're adding your video to add tags. So make sure you add all the relevant tags. And if you haven't done this when you first started your YouTube channel, I would highly recommend going back and doing that. There's also a lot of fun things you can do. They're called annotations, and you can add in links to other videos. Keep reminding people to subscribe, like, and share your videos. That's a great way to engage with them. Be more personable because that's what people are going to see, and when they're looking on their phones, it's usually going to be really teeny tiny, so you want it to be a nice, clean, close-up shot of someone's face. It's also important that you're a little careful about how you're typing them, that you read it over twice to make sure you haven't said anything that might be misconstrued or might come across as something that you didn't want intended to mean at all. Social media is now. There's no time like the present to send a tweet. In fact, I'll wait. Tweet about this video right now. Do it, tag Lakme School of Style. So it's really important that you tweet when things are happening, otherwise you're going to miss the story. It's like showing up a day late to the party. So make sure you're part of the conversation as it's happening. If you're at an event, take a picture, take a second to tweet it. Everyone's doing it now. It's not offensive. There's actually a great lookalike feature on Facebook as well. So it helps you find people who like pages like yours but are not following your page yet. So it's a great way to target that audience. And number 6, have fun with it. Social media is a playground, so make sure you are out and having a good time. Don't take yourself too seriously. Sometimes you will make mistakes, there will be typos, but it's not the end of the world. Every once in a while someone gets trolled on Twitter, but everyone forgets about it the next day. It's a great new way to communicate. You get to live a whole second life online and be the best version of yourself and put up the best pictures. So get clicking and send me a message right now. And I hope you're gonna like, share, and subscribe to this channel because this is my very first masterclass. And if you like this, then maybe I'll do a few more for you. I hope you enjoyed watching Miss Malini on Lakme School of Style.